Mic check one, mic check two. Mic check one, mic check two. Welcome to Jubilee. We are in Yorkton, Saskatchewan for game two. I very much apologize for some of the technical issues that have been happening on today's streams, but nevertheless, we are with more Expos baseball. And in this one, we are going to be joining this one a little bit late. This is, of course, game two of two today. Right now, White Butte up 2-0 on the Parkland Expos. The Expos winning game one by a score of 7-5 to kick their season off in a good way. That one hit on the ground and back. And looks like he will just have one on that hit. We're just working on some of our overlays right now. But again, thank you for coming in to another edition of Parkland Valley Sports. My name is Brady Lang. All these games and all these broadcasts are brought to you by Jump.ca this season. So a little bit of a change. Your SaskTel authorized dealer. Great to have them on board. Definitely makes streaming these games a little bit easier with more, I guess you would say, support from the local community in Yorkton and area. This one, that one, bat hit ball. Right now, we do have one out in this half inning. It's the top of the third inning. White Butte up by a score of 2-0. All right. All right. Back to the action here at Jubilee. Get in a little bit closer. Pitching for the Parkland Expos in game number two today, Maddox Andres. He's gone through 2 2/3 innings, 2 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned. So both of those runs earned, and 1 single walk with a strikeout. That one on the ground. And we'll see where that ends up. Looks like it ends up in the outfield. The relay in. And looks like a triple. The one thing I am glad about is that we're able to get you a little more details into the games when it comes to, of course, our ticker. And then, of course, it's nice to see the score when you're watching a game. That seems regular. But, of course, uh, we're in a different spot this year. It's a different year, but we are still cooking. So there we are sitting in the top of the third right now. We are looking at two outs as well. Runner on third. Score right now, three for White Butte, none for the Expos. All right, we will get back to the game. Two outs now. And that one goes a little wild, and another will score 4-0 for White Butte right now. Andre's in a little bit of trouble. Score on the pass ball. That one looked good, but not enough, says the umpire. And that'll do it for the trouble this half inning. Top of the third, we're through that, going into the middle of the third now. Score 4 for White Butte, 0 for the hometown Parkland Expos. We'll be right back on Parkland Valley Sports. My name is Brady Lang. This is all presented by Jump.ca, your SaskTel authorized dealer. We will get in a little closer as the Parkland Expos are up to bat. A 4-0 lead right now for these White Butte Broncos. And that one, a swing and a miss. Gavin Stroud now batting. And that ball hit to first. Not in time. The Expos have a base runner on board. All right, so that runner now on second base. Still none away. And that one just goes a little bit outside. Theo Cleland up to bat right now. Another vet. This is the first we're seeing of him this season. Did not play in game number 1. And there's the pitch, and that one got a piece of it. Still a 4-0 ball game. Some excitement on an adjacent diamond. There's the pitch. And Theo will go down swinging for the first out of the inning. Now batting for these Expos, Deacon Krieger. And that one goes a little bit inside on Krieger. Some more wind creeping its way into Jubilee. There's the pitch. Swung on and hit. And that goes for an out. That'll be the second of the inning. Cohen Murray up to bat next. One of the Parkland Expos that didn't change his walk-up song from season to season. And that ball swung on and hit. Looks to be, well, we heard it here. Some footsteps up against the wall. That one is thrown in. Krieger looks to be in there with a triple. He also bats in Stroud, giving the Parkland Expos their first lead or first run of the game. Getting ahead of myself there. Still two gone after that Krieger triple. He was able to cash in Murray on that triple. We'll get right into the action here. That one goes in for a ball. All right, there's the pitch. Swung on and hit into center. Good image of that one, hey? That will do it for inning number 3. We're on to inning number 4 after a brief break. My name is Brady Lang. You're watching Parkland Valley Sports. This is Parkland Expos Baseball brought to you by Jump.ca, your SaskTel authorized dealer. Mic check 1, mic check 2. All right, we are back underway. And as we are back underway, a little bit of feedback there. Apologies for that. As we get back underway, that is a walk. So Geisler is now aboard. Stretch out and let you guys see the total infield there. This is Parkland Expos baseball on Parkland Valley Sports. Glad to have you with us. It has been a day full of headaches for us in the broadcast world, but we're back underway and we will be continuing with this stream until the conclusion of this game. So if there are any people out there that want to tune in, make sure you show them this stream right here. We're not going anywhere. It is 4-1 right now for the White Butte Broncos. They lead the Expos in a big way now. But as we saw in game one, ooh, ball makes its way to the outfield. And looks like a double coming up for Fisher. That means runners are now on second and on third. None away. Thomas having a rough start to this one. In game number one this afternoon, it was a 5-0 lead going into the fifth inning for White Butte. We left the fifth inning tied up at 5. Then the Expos, victorious, going 1-0 early on in this campaign. It's a start that they were looking to draw up, right? We were joking around in between the games. We had every issue imaginable on our stream for game one. We finally got everything kind of stabilized and figured out. The Expos were not having a great game, and they were down 5-0. It all came together in the same inning. So we're happy that you were watching this stream. We did have some technical issues getting up and going on this one, but I've been assured that the cameras are not just in the mail, but they're out for delivery. Just didn't make it before first pitch today. Right now in this one, a struggle to keep going. 5-1 right now for White Butte. And Newman will find himself aboard. Cooper Knox now batting. And that ball hit into the outfield. Krieger will come up with it, but that will also bring home a run. This one proving to be a long game number 2 for the Expos. So this is game number 2 that we've broadcasted this season, and this is game number 2 that you've heard me doing these broadcasts this season. And very soon, very quickly, that will change. We will have some new voices on our broadcasts in 2026. That one in the air. I can see Krieger moving on it. And just as quick, he's thrown it in. But more damage done in this top of the fourth inning. Hebig now batting for White Butte. Krieger actually came up with that one. I guess we didn't zoom out quick enough. But out number one. Newman did move from second to third. So it ends up being a little bit of a sacrifice. We're still sitting at a score of 6-1. It's a brand new year of baseball here for the Parkland Expos. Our next game broadcast this Wednesday, the Regina White Sox coming to town. Yeah, looks to score another. Two are now away on that sacrifice. One run will plate, however, making this a 7-1 baseball game. And that ball finds its way through. Just narrowly sliding in and making it through. There was Steven stealing. It's an 8-1 ball game right now. Still two gone. Runner is on second. And that ball fouled back. Thomas trying to get out of this one. Counts at 1-1. Still two gone. Now 2-1. And that ball cracked over to first base. And that's a missed ball. Another run will score. Two still gone. This inning's kind of getting away from these Expos. There's the pitch. That one swung on and hit. Play 2-1. That's it. We're through The top of the fourth, heading to the bottom of the fourth. My name is Brady Lang. You're watching Parkland Expos Baseball. It is all brought to you by Jump.ca, your SaskTel authorized dealer. All right, we are back underway. Maddox Andres making his way to the box. I'll give credit where credit's due. He didn't change his walk-up song either this year. A little bit of country rolling through. It's time for Roblin's Own to square off in this 9-1 ball game. And that first one will have him down 0-1. A sneaky chilly day today. If you're in the shade, it's not a good day. If you're in the sun, it's probably a good day. That one over to first. It is in time. So we'll go right back in. We do want to say thank you to our sponsors, Jump.ca Yorkton, your SaskTel authorized dealer, Lang Media, the creator of Parkland Valley Sports, and the Society for the Involvement of Good Neighbors, or SIGN, right here in Yorkton. Thank you guys all for sponsoring the broadcast. If you want to sponsor our broadcast and get us more reliable streams and better cameras and all the graphics and replays you want, send me an email, blangmedia@outlook.com, or a text message 306-541-9833. So Andres will go down. That is leaving up Jackson Bradford at the dish. One now gone. And that one swung on contact made. But that'll be out number 2. So we'll go back in. Bradford down. And after Bradford, we're looking at Stewart. Stewart, I think, actually technically went down with the win in game number 1 this season. Came in relief. That's not taking anything away from the batter we just saw, Jackson Bradford. He had a great outing on the mound. That one is fouled away. It is weird, I will say, watching baseball and hearing a ting when it gets to this age range, because I am very used to wood bat baseball. But a change made in U18 AAA this season and overall with Sask baseball, allowing a lot more metal bat in the game. Of course, a lot more velocity. The big worry around that for the longest time was safety of the pitchers. Again, we will be back broadcasting right here on Wednesday. Regina White Sox will be in town. And that pitch just a little outside. Count is now full. There are two away. Stewart's up to the dish. Walker is pitching for the White Butte Broncos. The Broncos with quite the lead right now. 8 runs. 9 runs. Pardon me. And that will take us to the 5th inning. After 4 complete, it's 9-1 for White Butte. We'll be right back. My name is Brady Lang. You're watching Parkland Valley Sports. It's Parkland Expos Baseball, brought to you by Jump.ca, your SaskTel authorized dealer. A change on the mound for this half inning. Sounds like Jacob Moore will make his debut as a pitcher for these Parkland Expos in this 2026 season. The Expos, of course, 1-0 early on after that win earlier today, but looking quite bleak moving into inning number 5. We'll see what this team has in them. Maybe even another comeback. Right now, we're nestled right past the center field wall, so I do apologize if a few of the calls are a little bit delayed. We're watching too. Like I said previously, please join us for game number 3 of this season on Wednesday. We will be debuting a new, fresh look with Parkland Expos Baseball. We were hoping to have everything in line for game number 1, but hey, we're going to take this doubleheader as our preseason, our unofficial preseason. I don't want to look at the standings and think unofficial preseason because good on these Expos. Coming up with a win in game number 1 here on Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there as well. Our new look will include new cameras, new camera angles. This is our first new camera angle of the season. And that one touches the wall. Into third he is. And standing up. So a leadoff triple to start things off in inning number 5. A beautiful day at the ballpark and saw quite a bit of people walking around. And as you can see behind the stands there, good crowd for game number 1 for these Expos. Good result in game 1, not so much in game 2. White Butte still leading by a score of 9-1. The final in game number 1, 7-5, a victory for these Expos. And Moore has his first guy go down swinging, 1 out now. And that one in for a ball. Still 1 away here in inning number 5. Another cute thing about being just past the center field wall, guard dogs across the road. So I do apologize if you hear a couple barks here and there. It's like the Masters. It's just giving you more of an indication as to, the emotion within these stands. Emotion coming from the four-legged friends. One is still away. Count right now 3-1. Newman batting. Here's the pitch. Man, looks like Moore will stay alive with that one. Count is now full. Runner is on third base. That runner, Geisler, Jackson. And that is ball number 4. Cooper Knox now batting for White Butte. He's got runners on the corners. Just one away. That will also be outside for ball 4. Bases are now loaded. More problems for these Expos, and there will be a meeting at the mound, so we'll take a short break. All right, we are back underway here at Jubilee. No changes. Moore still pitching. He delivers that one. Will end up going foul. Everyone will reset. Take it back a little bit for you so you can see all runners in this situation. Moore with the pitch. And that one goes through a passed ball. This is a 10-1 ball game. We'll have more on our social media following the conclusion of this game in terms of a few highlights. Out number 2, a strikeout for Moore. Two now gone. Wait, Butte has runners on second and on third. And that will do it here for the top of the 5th. We're on to the bottom side. My name is Brady Lang. You're watching Parkland Expos Baseball on Parkland Valley Sports. It's all brought to you by Jump.ca, your SaskTel authorized dealer. All right, bottom of the 5th here at Jubilee. It's 10-1 right now for the visitors in the White Butte Broncos, the Parkland Expos. Struggling a little bit in this one. Bottom of the 5th now, none gone. And here it is. In there with the first pitch strike. Moore, the pitcher, he is now batting. Walker still going strong in this one. We'll take a look at his stats. And that one is in the air. And Moore will jog back. Out number 1. No, that one just ending up foul. Apologies. At this point, you know how those lifeguards, or lifeguards, I guess, in the past would sit on those really tall chairs? That's what I need, I think, right here, right now. That ball swung on. Looks like it will get in. And gone. No, caught. Another one that, unfortunately, due to our angles, we have missed. It's been a long afternoon. Give your mom a hug for us. Bottom of the 5th here. This is, I think, our second or third inning broadcasting this one at least. We got things underway pretty much on time for game 1, but game 2 had some issues, leaving us where we sit today. And get those issues ironed out before the White Sox come to town. Back to Walker again, 4 1/2 pitched, 2 hits allowed, 1 run allowed. That run not earned. A walk and 4 strikeouts. Good outing for him. Just want to revisit some stat lines from game number 1 as well. Jackson Bradford, 4 2/3 pitched, 5 hits, 5 runs, 5 earned, 3 walks, and 7 strikeouts. 5 Ks for Stewart. He went 2 1/3 innings in game number 1 with 1 hit. All right, so we're in the bottom of the 5th inning here. There are 2 gone. Theo Cleland at the dish. A 10-1 baseball game right now. It's been a long one in game 2 of this Mother's Day doubleheader. And that will do it for inning number 5. We'll transition to inning number 6 in just a few moments. My name is Brady Lang. You're watching Parkland Valley Sports. It's Parkland Expos Baseball, brought to you by Jump.ca Yorkton, your SaskTel authorized dealer. We've reached the top of the sixth inning here at Jubilee in Yorkton. It's a 10-1 ball game, and White Butte back up to bat. Jacob Moore will stay in this one as well. A day of ups and downs for these Expos. Again, thank you to all of our sponsors for making this a reality and making this streamable this year. Thank you to Jump.ca Yorkton, your SaskTel authorized dealer. Also, Sign, or the Society for the Involvement of Good Neighbors, here in Yorkton, Kamsack, all across this region. And, of course, B. Lang Media, my media company. Do a little bit of everything there, but mostly videography and mostly video stuff. For more information about B. Lang Media, head to blangmedia.ca or send me an email, blangmedia@outlook.com. Same email if you're looking to sponsor the broadcast or join our growing list of sponsors. We've had a lot of very positive conversations across this community. And that one swung on and hit. Looks to be foul. Make sure you follow us on all of the social medias as well, Facebook, Instagram. Subscribe to us on YouTube so you're not missing any games or any live streams. And like I said, we'll be back here again this upcoming Wednesday for a single game. The Regina White Sox are in town. And I heard that it might be a little bit chillier that day versus today. So, might be a day that you are watching the stream. That ball hit in the air. Coming up on second is Steven. He'll be in with a double.